You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your number one source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's Keeping Up with the Kardashians After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Keeping Up with the Kardashians After Show.
Hello, everyone. Bing is for doing, and welcome to the after show for Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and a big happy Memorial Day weekend to everybody. It's Memorial Day weekend, big long weekend. Hopefully you don't have to work tomorrow. And let's go around the room, and I want to introduce everyone. To my left.
Hey guys, I'm Susan Hahn. You can follow me on Twitter at It's Susan Hahn.
And I am Adria Theoharides, and you guys can follow me on Twitter at Adria Theo.
Hi, I'm Pamela Zapata, and you can follow me at Pamela Zapata.
And of course, I'm Diona Vaughan. You can follow me on Twitter at GoToGirl. That's the number 2, GoToGirl TV. And you can check me out on www.gotogirltv.com. And we have a special friend guest in the studio tonight. Friend of Pamela, Elena. Hi, how are you?
Hi, good, how are you?
She's also a big fan of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, so we're gonna, divert to her for some juice too. I just want to remind you guys to check us out on iTunes. We really, really value iTunes. Please make your comments, tweet us, tell your friends, tell everybody, because we really, we pay attention to that stuff, and we go back and we look at it, and it means a lot, and it keeps us going and lets us know that you're watching, and we take all of your great comments and all that stuff to heart. So, without further ado, we have the second episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Actually, before you start, Deanna, I had to just cut right in and say,
no problem.
This upcoming Thursday and Friday this week, May 31st and June 1st.
I was going to get to that just a little later, but go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, all right, May 31st and June 1st from 12 to 6, you can catch AfterBuzz. We're going to do some live shows out there at the MTV Movie Gifting Suite.
Yeah, it's going to be really, really fun. Fun times. We're going to be part of the MTV Movie Award Gifting Suites. It's going to be at the W. It's going to be held at the W Hotel right here in the heart of Hollywood, and it's the Carrie Feinstein Style Lounge. So we're going to be talking to a lot of celebrities, a lot of people that are going to be attending the awards. It's going to be big fun. We're going to be doing a lot of special shows, and in particular, I'm going to be doing a best of The Real Housewives of New Jersey. So if you happen to be fans of that show, make sure you tune in. But lots of cool, fun, special stuff going on for those 2 days, the 31st and June 1st. So you're going to make sure you want to check all of that stuff out. Okay, so let's dig into tonight's episode of The Kardashians, our favorite reality show family. Well, first of all, the title was Momager Dearest, which we all know Kris is, she's the boss, she's the momager, she's the manager. But I think this time around, this episode, we were seeing a little bit of strife, I think, between Kourtney and Kris. And a lot of it had to do with Kris's memoir. You've heard her say that several times.
Memoir.
What did you guys think about, Kourtney's feelings towards her mom? She's still harboring a lot of resentment about the fact that, her mom admitted in her book that she had an affair, 20 years ago. Do you think that it should just be, like water under the bridge? Or do you think she's got, valid reasons for feeling how she feels?
I think Kourtney has legitimate feelings for why she feels that way towards her mom. I mean, it's enough that they're on a reality show, but her mom blasted the whole family in a book. And it just, she's the one who digged up this old grave again. Right. So she has to expect to get some heat from her now grown daughters, and Kourtney has a family of her own. So she has to expect, to get some heat somewhere.
But also,
I think it's just resurfaced feelings for Kourtney.
Yeah.
She was the oldest. When your parents get divorced,
That's a good point.
she was kind of the protector. She was the oldest.
Yeah.
And she saw and understood a lot about what was going on. So I think it was a hard time for her life then. And this is all resurfacing. And, now her dad is deceased. And it's a lot of emotions going on. And maybe she's saying, what if, my parents stayed together? If Kris didn't do this. I think it's just a lot of, emotions running through her that she hasn't really touched in upon in a long time.
But also, like she said, Kris said previously that if she hadn't had the affair, that she might not have Kendall and Kylie, and she would have met Bruce. So even though, yes, it did happen, everything happens for a reason. And my friend actually made a really good point that, Kourtney isn't married. So she's not in her situation. So as much as she has her feelings towards, what she believes, she wasn't in her shoes. She doesn't know what the marriage was like. She wasn't Kris and she wasn't, Rob. So she doesn't know what it was like and what they were going through. Not that that was the best way to handle, but I also thought it was, I liked watching her in her therapy session because I didn't know how believable that was for me until she actually broke down and started crying and was really talking to her therapist about how she felt about it. And I think that's when I really started feeling for her.
But do you think that there's something to be said about, forgiveness, and because we're talking about something that happened 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But we've seen Kourtney over the years. She's very guarded. And we've seen her cry maybe 3 times, and she has such a strong front, and out of nowhere, the waterworks began, and she, what Adria said earlier, she, was really the backbone of the family, or at least for her siblings, because she was the oldest, and she understood what was going on, and she mentioned that Rob was Mason's age, and Mason was now 2 years old?
Right, right.
So, you know what I mean? So she feels like a lot of empathy towards, Rob, I guess, and her son, and I don't know. I think it's valid reasons for her.
I understand, apology, it happened 20 years ago, but even me, I've had problems with my mother forever, even when I was 6 years old, and I still to this day think about that. So I think it's something she's feeling, and it's a good thing she's opening up about it now, because those things when you're young, even though you're young and you barely remember, they still affect you as a grown-up.
Of course.
Any thoughts from our guest? What do you think? Do you think it should be forgiven? Do you think it was?
It should, but I almost feel like at the same time, Kourtney was probably really young when it happened, young enough to understand what happened. And she probably never discussed it with anybody or got her feeling out, or no one actually probably took the time to consider her feelings, which is probably why now she's lashing out and is upset about it, and still upset about it now that the book came out and stuff. So.
I just think the jabs, that's what's irritating, and that's why they're fighting.
Yeah. Right.
Well, but Kris does need to calm down on hitting on all these guys in front of her family.
Well,
talking about
he's hot.
We're definitely gonna get to that.
At me.
Yeah.
If my mom did that, I'll be like, bitch, we need to talk. What's going on right now?
You have a husband.
Yeah.
Maybe
and he's right there, so you need to calm down.
Well,
but clearly she doesn't know that he's gone for a few days.
Exactly.
I wanted to get to the whole jabs, because Kourtney, she hosted her first dinner in their new house, and maybe she felt like the fact that I'm in my own house, so I can say whatever I want to say.
Yeah.
So I think maybe that was part of, taking some jabs at her mom. At the same time,
Well, but
I don't think it was respectful.
But the mom asked for it. She's drooling over the chef. It's can you close your damn
That's
legs?
how they are. That's what they're known for. Embarrassing each other in front of the entire family, saying things that you're like, oh my God, did she really say that? Because they're a real family and they don't care. And they say whatever's on their mind, which is why.
But it's inappropriate, It's
it is.
inappropriate.
Everything they say is
agree.
inappropriate, though.
I agree.
They're always
Poor
like
Bruce
that.
is sitting there, and she's just like, I think you winked at me.
Yeah,
And it's
you were not a single mom.
Meanwhile, we saw last episode, we saw where Bruce was feeling like, my opinion doesn't count. No one,
He doesn't exist
I
in
don't
that household.
exist. No one cares. So I think as a follow-up episode to see, his wife flirting, obviously flirting in front of him, it's just a bit much, I would say.
Kourtney was annoyed, even before the dinner, because her mom was mentioning, I saw this really cute guy at a concert. It's kind of like, we're not girlfriends. You're my mom.
Right. Well, that line has been crossed a long
Still,
time ago.
I'm sure it gets annoying.
Right?
And what's up with Kris's thong. Like, what?
Oh, I think we all screamed. We were like, oh my God.
We got a sneak peek
sorry,
of a little piece
damn,
of
like,
string. Yeah.
Hilarious.
That was unnecessary right there.
Yeah, we didn't like that. And just in case you guys missed it, you got a little sneak peek of Chris's
When she bent over.
thong. Yeah, so.
I used to
That
love
take
that
you back?
song though, Cisco.
Isn't he gay? I heard, which like is such a bummer.
I mean, we used
Men-
to all show
men
the
can wear
thongs back in the
thongs.
days, but come on now, that was like 10 years ago when that song
Cisco,
was
you want to
hot.
call in? 424-256-1729. Sorry. But yeah, that was a little bit more of what we needed to see from Kris. But it's okay because she's an attractive woman. You know, she keeps it in shape. She works it out. But I think I'm hoping that this whole issue between Kris and Kourtney, I hope that like within this episode, I hope that it's gone. It's, you know, it's a dead issue and hopefully it won't, you know, resurface again. So, you know, what do you guys think?
I'm sure they'll work it out. I mean,
they'll work it out?
Yeah, they're strong. They're a strong family.
I thought it was so mean when she got her the gift and she was just like so ungrateful for it. I mean, I understand that they were in the middle of a little argument and maybe she does use gifts to like make things better, but I'll take the gift and smile and then we can talk about it.
I know, right?
I mean,
I know.
But yeah, it kind of seems like a Kris Jenner move to like buy your affection. It's
right.
like, you know, come on.
Well,
Now we see where Kourtney gets her attitude of not wanting to open up because her mom
true.
Yeah.
even with Scott,
throws
you know,
some
I
money at
didn't
it
know-
and tries to fix it that way.
I know she had problems communicating with him, but I didn't know that she like doesn't tell him anything. It seems like.
Yeah, well, that's a whole nother issue. But speaking of gifts, because we were just talking about gifts, you can buy lots of fantastic gifts on Amazon.com. And AfterBuzz TV has this amazing affiliate program with Amazon.com. And all we're asking you to do, if you'd ordinarily buy your gifts or your magazines or blenders, toasters, clothing, whatever, we're asking that you go on to AfterBuzzTV.com, you click on the Amazon banner, and you make your purchases that way. Because what happens is AfterBuzz TV gets a little kickback, and what that does for you and for us, it allows us to bring you lots of exciting shows. It pays for the studios and the lights and the engineers and all that fun stuff. So please, 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 we ask that you make your purchases on Amazon.com through AfterBuzz TV. And it works the same. It's nothing different. It's quick, it's easy, it's fast. You'll still get your purchases.
and it's free for you guys.
It's free. You can pay for it the same way. So AfterBuzz TV, Amazon.com. Don't forget. All right. So on to our next topic. The young Ks, as I like to call them, Kendall and Kylie. First of all, I got a lot to say about these girls. What are they? They're 14 and 16, and of course, Kris had a new opportunity for them to be guest editors for 17 magazine. How cool is that if you're 14 or 15 years old? I mean, are you kidding me?
So cool.
Like, you're the envy of everybody at your school. Oops, I'm sorry. Do they go to school?
I think they'd be homeschooled, maybe.
No, they
Do they
do.
really go to school?
Because in the last episode last week, she was doing bad in math or
Science
something. Yeah.
like that.
So like
she asked for a tutor.
they make up for their work on days that they miss for work.
I was trying to be sarcastic because
because they basically don't go to school, but
Exactly.
But they'll go to school and like have all this work to
How do
like
you
make
get
up for the
work
days that they
permits? They might have
miss.
work permits.
They're gorgeous girls, but they are growing up so fast.
I mean, because I'm like, well, what was it, a school day that they were doing that? Like, I don't know. There's a part of me that feels like I know, and we talked about this when we were screening it. You know, do they have a choice on being on this show? Because I feel like once junior high and high school proms and dances, like once that stuff is gone, you can never get that back. Right. You know, but like the reality show will always be there. Like once they turn 18, they're still going to be on E. They're still going to be shooting this show. Kris is going to be shooting, you know, whatever event, first date, something. Right. So I don't know. I've always felt very strongly about that. What do you guys think?
Well, they were hidden for so long. They were
because they were younger. They were you know.
And now it's like all of a sudden it's like they can't choose. It's not like some and you know you do some work, you live a normal life. It's just full force, 100%.
I mean, but
so
these
it seems
girls
like
seem more grounded. I mean, they want to go to school. They want to learn. I mean, they don't want to be little reality stars. They want to have an education, and you know, they want.
And Kendall with
more
her
than
modeling.
That. Yeah,
I feel like if they really did not want to be on the show, I don't think Kris would like feed them in. There's ways to like keep them to minimal, like not have them have a storyline like they did like with the whole 17 magazine. I feel like if they really didn't want to be on it, they wouldn't. I mean, they're grown. They've been around it for a while. I think they can make their decisions, and I don't think Kris is such a momager that she would force her children to be on TV. I mean, she's hardcore. She's hardcore.
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know about that.
The momager, as a momager, you're going to glamorize everything and anything you can to make that money. And
yeah, of course.
I think she's just really convincing.
Yeah, exactly.
She's like, it's a great opportunity for you guys.
And I'm your mom.
Yeah.
I'm your mother.
Yeah.
When the show first started, I really, really respected this family because I seen, Kris in the kitchen cooking dinner for her family. And I understand you get busy through life, but it's kind of like that all kind of disappeared. The houses got bigger. The chefs started rolling in, and I don't feel. I mean,
the doctor's on
their
call.
dinners, but the D&E doctor in the bathroom. But I just feel like she's not really like the mom anymore. She's more of their manager.
She's running an enterprise.
Yeah,
she's running a Fortune 500 company essentially. If you think about it, think about the deals. She manages all of them, and not only just for their shows, but the Sears campaign and 17, and she used to manage Bruce. When they first got married. So I agree with you. It's not so much the family dynamic anymore. It's a lot more like a business.
Right. Well, we have to keep our eyes out for these little ones, and just hopefully.
And it was cool to see Kim kind of being, kind of their mentor.
A big sister.
Yeah, because she never really, I've never seen her be the one-on-one with
them. She doesn't have
them.
a boyfriend right now in this episode.
Do we think that was strategic?
I don't know.
I think so.
I think so.
Of course. They're on, what's it called? Damage control.
Yeah.
They're trying to,
make her look
her
good.
image.
Yeah, let's keep her
she
inside.
really stays at home and wears fake mustaches, talking to her little sisters.
Oh, and I've never
put on fake eyelashes. You wear fake eyelashes every day.
And then
she
I think
has
she
a
never put
Ferrari.
them on herself.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what she meant. Oh my God, that Ferrari was gorgeous.
Yeah,
Can we
the
talk about
Ferrari
that
is pretty sexy.
yes.
We were asking why do you need a Ferrari? If I had that much money, I would get myself a white Ferrari. Sorry, because you can. If you can, why not?
Oh, wait, which season did she get herself the Bentley, the black custom Bentley?
That was when she was
one
still
of the
living in the
first seasons.
condo.
I think it was one of the first.
What
Either the
season are
first
we
or
in
the
right now?
second.
7. Yeah.
So maybe 5, no, or 4.
No, it was way before.
It was
It was
way
when Rob was dating Adrian. I remember he had taken the car.
Well,
and
that
she was
was
crying.
No, I think it was the first or second season when they actually started the first real fight, and I think she slammed the door in her face. Do you guys remember that? It was way at the beginning, and they got into this huge fight. She's like, "You guys are just jealous of my Bentley, or was it a rope?"
Yes.
It was
Do you
like
remember?
the
So
Bentley,
I remember
Bentley.
It
that.
was way at the beginning, though. I think they replayed it on a marathon a couple weeks ago, and I was like,
so
"Wow,
right about that.
My Bentley. Shut up.
oh my God, hilarious!" When she said, "Remember when I used to do my own hair and makeup and dress myself,
And we used to
be
be
a
normal
real
person.
human being? I mean,
Yeah.
you're
Normal
still
person.
human. You're not freaking
Sorry, you
God.
have to slum it like the rest of us and put on your own makeup and paint your own nails I did right before.
And then she proceeded to try to cover that up by saying, "We tried too hard, we're embarrassing." I feel like she knew that was an egotistical thing to say, and she tried to cover up.
Damage control. So
Bring it down. Bring it down with the rest of us, okay?
your head is getting way too big.
Remember
Along
when
with
I
her
used to put on
lips.
my own makeup and I used to dress myself?
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was not okay.
No.
That was
Come
not
on.
cool. Come on, keep it real, girl.
Yes. All right, on that note, let's head into a little commercial, and then we'll come back with some more highlights from the show.
Hey guys, what's happening? We are the America's Best Dance Crew ABDC After Show coming to you guys. We watch the show every week just like you, and we go every Friday to the set to interview and talk to the crews behind the scenes and let you know what is happening behind the scenes.
Hey everybody, we are AfterBuzz Mob Wives Edition, the only Mob Wives after show out there. I'm your host, Adria Theoharides, with my lovely co-hosts,
Kevin Undergaro,
Grant Rudder,
Cameron Marston.
You guys can check us out every week. We have a lot of fun. We drink wine. We talk about the show. So check us out. We're also doing the Big Ann Show. So tune into that and Mob Wives Chicago.
Hey guys, what's happening? We are the Game of Thrones AfterBuzz crew. I'm Dave Klein.
Bethany Jaber. Kristen Elizabeth Snyder.
Simone Boyce.
And we come to you every single week live Sunday nights at 9 p.m. Pacific time, for we are kings of the Game of Thrones after show. And we have one thing to say. Oh, Shadow Baby. Oh, Shadow Baby. Oh, Shadow Baby.
AfterBuzz TV. What do you want to buzz about?
AfterBuzz.
Hey guys, we are back with the after show for the I want to say the Real Housewives.
Wrong show.
Sorry. We're back with Keeping Up with the Kardashians. How could I get that wrong? So finally, I think the last fun part of this episode is all about practical jokes. And what I love so much about this is, we went from last show where Bruce felt like he didn't matter or no one cared or no one loved him, to seeing Bruce and Kim like have this really fun banter
Little
with each
Kimmy
other.
and Daddy.
That was
really
so much
cute.
fun, like with the spiders and like.
That's mean.
Yeah, it wasn't.
I think that's the number one phobia of people like in the world. Are
Well,
spiders.
I don't think you can get over that.
No, there's ways to get over phobias, but I think it's the most common phobia.
Well, the spiders, I just get my dustbuster and I just vacuum him up because I feel bad. I don't want to kill it, but I don't get that crazy.
I get the same way too. I'm the same way. I don't want to kill it.
But the cockroach,
no.
Oh my God.
Cockroaches are disgusting.
I'd rather have
are so
a coyote
disgusting.
in my living room than to deal with the roach. I can't even deal with it.
Cockroaches are so disgusting.
When I
They
used to
make
live
me
in New
nauseous.
York, they were like
Oh
this
my God.
big. I used to knock on my neighbor's door. I'm like, I'm sorry, but can you? He's like, they don't bite. I'm like, I don't give a crap. Can you just please go and pick it up?
Oh no,
I can't even deal with it.
Every apartment I lived in New York City had roaches.
I
at some
can't.
point.
Yeah.
It was like,
I
in fact,
water bugs.
in fact, I was bothering them. It was like,
exactly.
I wish,
Exactly.
Like
they're like,
had-
excuse you.
Yeah, they're like, excuse me, I'm having a party. Like, I'm like, oh shit.
No, literally, I was showering once, and he was like on top of my shampoo bottle, and he was
God,
like, "Excuse you," and I was like, "Hell no!" I finished
no.
my shower in my kitchen sink. I was like, "I can't."
Oh yeah,
Like, I
roaches in
can't.
New York City, they are no joke.
They are no joke.
Silverfish.
They're
Those gross
also
things.
paying rent.
Those are gross too.
Yeah,
They set up
exactly.
shop.
And the
It's
rats,
nasty.
you better ask
In,
them before you
vermin.
move in.
In the Dominican
Exactly.
Republic, they fly. So when yes, they will fly. I have a memory of being literally. No, I was literally, I think, in the bathroom washing my hands. I don't remember what. It might have been whatever. But there was literally a
they
cockroach
fly.
flying.
No.
Like I almost
That's gross.
died. I
I
could have
can't.
died. Oh
God.
It was so disgusting. They
I
make
can't
me
even deal
nauseous.
with it.
Oh,
so
God.
yes, we have some sympathy towards Kim.
Yeah.
and
We
the spider
got
phobia.
sympathy for you, Kim, about your spiders, but I think she got Bruce back really good with the stolen Ferrari and
That was
really
funny.
Felt like an
getting,
episode of Punk'd a little.
I know, right?
And he was speechless.
I love seeing Bruce's kids.
Yeah.
I love seeing their stepbrothers.
Brandon, right? Yeah. 'Cause
Brandon,
we really don't
Brody.
see-
Because you don't really see him
Remember.
interact with them at all.
No, not really. But yeah, that was a fun practical joke.
That
It
was-
was just
that was
nice
great.
seeing their banter together.
And I love how the
know.
whole family gets involved.
Like Scott came in, yeah.
He's all
Scott
drive
and
you.
Bruce are like bros.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah, I
love
love
this
that.
relationship that they have now. You know,
Very
It's the
cute.
same relationship that Lamar has with Rob.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah.
that's really cute.
We didn't see Rob in this episode.
No,
No.
he's probably in
That
Texas.
little cutie is
Yeah.
moving.
Yeah, yeah,
Isn't
yeah.
he moving? Isn't he trying to like move
Yeah,
out
he's
or
trying to buy a
something?
house and be an
Trying to
adult,
buy-
you know, and start a sock company.
Sock line.
Which we never
Send
heard
us some
about
socks,
again.
Rob.
We never heard about it again.
Yeah, we never heard about the sock line again. I don't know what happened to it.
He's
Well,
working
that's
on
why.
it.
Are you wearing socks right now?
I am not.
Are you?
No.
How about you?
I am not.
And you?
Girl,
It's
it's
warm
80
out.
degrees right now. What
There
the
you
hell?
go. That's why we haven't heard from Rob and his sock company. Okay, you got.
But men wear socks though.
I have a pair of socks on right this second.
Ronnie,
Oh,
what the hell
Ronnie,
did you
stop. Ronnie, you just totally killed my whole game. With
Well,
Rob.
here's my question with the sock thing. He had.
But are they
that-
Argyle fresh to
yeah,
death socks, or are they
absolutely.
just the Costco kind?
The Costco kind, but the important thing is I'm not wearing
6
any.
to a pack.
I'm not wearing any pants. No. Anyways, no. The point is, I was gonna say about the sock line. That was something that you guys saw on the other Kardashian show. Maybe there's a time lapse. I mean, I'm just asking that general
It could
question.
be.
No,
It
but I
could
haven't
be.
seen it anywhere.
No, but it
Even,
was like that one
nowhere.
episode of Chloe and Lamar. It was like all about the socks. And then it was like the next episode was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life. Like, what am I gonna do with my life? Like, everyone puts pressure on me. So like, I don't understand what happened.
I feel like you have all this money. You're on TV. You have the best branding and PR that anyone could ever dream of, and you want to develop a sock.
I still think he can.
Yeah, but he doesn't
have it
want
figured
to
out.
keep, getting breastfed by Kris Jenner. He wants to do his own thing.
I still
you
think
know?
that he doesn't know what he wants to do.
Yeah.
Open up-
I don't think he's been successful at anything. That
Open
he's
up a
done.
club. I mean,
No.
be a I don't know, but socks, really, really.
I mean, well, I'm
It's
sure
just
he'll
as
work it
exciting
out.
as gloves, Rob. 4 fingers and a thumb. Woo!
I'm sure he'll work it out.
Ronnie,
RJ.
Yes, ma'am.
Right?
Well, you said it was boring, so I did the cricket noise. That's what that was. I was trying to go with it.
Crickets.
My bad.
And I just have a mental image of you sitting back there with boxers on, because you said you have no, and I can't see you, so I don't know where you are or what you're doing.
You're welcome. No, I'm just kidding.
That's all I can think about when you say
Are you a boxer guy or a brief guy?
Ronnie?
Commando. No.
Oh!
I'm joking. Boxer briefs. But back to the show. No, nobody cares about that.
Well, you know what? Before we move on, and since we were talking about cockroaches and spiders, what about flies? As in game flies. Show.
Nice.
Ronnie, you want to tell everybody about Gamefly?
Oh, yeah. Okay, 15-day free trial is what everyone wants to get because that's a cool thing, right? If you want to get hooked up, it is the Netflix of the video game world, and that's for Xbox, the Wii, pretty much everything. And to do it, it's very simple on your internet. Go to gamefly.com/AfterBuzzTV, and that is how you get your free hookup on a 15-day free trial for Gamefly. So our video game fans who also love the Kardashians will, benefit from that. I thought that was kind of cool.
Nice. That's pretty cool. 15 days free, and then just don't forget, like that 14th day, if you don't want your card charged, make sure you delete that stuff. I'm just saying, I've done that before. I'm like, where'd this charge come from? I'm like, damn, I forgot to cancel. I did that with a Mesh.com. They had the 7-day free trial. I'm like, shit, I don't
love it. I love it.
Yeah. Sorry.
Keeping it real.
I'm keeping it real, y'all. I'm just saying. Sometimes you gotta, take advantage of that free stuff, but you just can't forget. You can't forget.
That's how they get you.
Okay. That's how they get you, or you kind of. No, I'm not gonna go there. Anyway, so I think we've got some quite a bit of interesting news and gossip.
Mm-hmm.
Woo!
TV news.
All right, there's always a lot of news and gossip when it comes to this family because there's just so many freaking people. But the first big piece of gossip is that Kim. So there's this Australian gossip magazine called, I believe, NW, and they posted this story that she is on drugs. And it also popped up on a couple other of popular blogs. Basically, they were saying that she's been taking something called Molly. Now, have you guys heard of Molly?
Yeah, it's like a pure form of
it's a pure form of ecstasy. It's like, kind of a club drug. Actually, there was just an interesting article in Details magazine. I actually read it. But she's being accused of being on Molly and, sleeping pills and stuff like that. And apparently she's really taking this accusation quite seriously, and she's thinking about suing. Mm-hmm. So who knows if it's true, if it's not. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if she was on something like, sleep aids because, she's constantly
But sleeping in Molly is different.
Yeah.
Molly keeps you up.
It is, but at the same time, I think what they're trying to insinuate, if she's taking or if she's addicted to sleeping stuff, are these other things
Well, she did drop 15 pounds out of nowhere.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Where did they get
drugs? Just
yeah.
I'm not sure.
I don't know. She doesn't even drink, so that's hard. It's hard. That's kind of far-fetched one.
I don't believe
it at
all.
I mean, we'll see what happens.
I don't believe that. The next piece of news. Now, I don't know if you guys have been following this, but we all know that Kim and Kanye are whatever they're doing right now, and we all know that Kanye West is part of the whole Jay-Z Beyonce clan. Mm-hmm. Well, Beyonce, because this has been on media takeout quite a bit for the past couple weeks, but Beyonce does not like Kim Kardashian. She does. Hell to the no. Beyonce does not. She does not like her. She doesn't want her part of the inner circle. Mm-hmm. She doesn't want Kanye to bring her around, especially her new baby Blue. And apparently, those two are supposed to be fake BFFs because it was rumored that actually today Beyonce has a concert in Atlantic City, and apparently she was supposed to take Kim on stage just as a show, just show
necessary. She doesn't need to do that.
Well, apparently
Beyonce
since she's
is
around a lot,
a world-renowned megastar. She is talented. Kim Kardashian is a reality star. Big difference.
She is.
You know what? We've seen Beyonce throughout the years, and she is such a classy woman. I don't think she would even ever say anything like that. Mm-hmm. Maybe secretly. Mm-hmm. Because they have such different images, but Beyonce, I don't think she would ever comment anything like that.
Well,
there
was a huge
worth her time.
There was a huge spread saying that Beyonce didn't want her around, whatever, and there was also a lot of other people in Hollywood, like J-Lo. Kim always kind of reference that she was really good friends and idolized Jennifer Lopez, but she refuses to take pictures with Kim because she doesn't want to be associated with
exactly.
Yeah.
And the thing is, so Kanye's mentioned a few times like this is my Beyonce.
I think it's kind of like
Kim
on the
is my
same level of Beyonce to Kim as J-Lo did.
Exactly.
Well, at the same time, it's like I think Kanye's his loyalty is probably a lot thicker to Jay-Z and Beyonce than it is to Kim.
Of course.
So it's going to be interesting to see if he's got to choose.
Well, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm guilty of it. When they first hooked up and came out on the scene, I was like, I hope that the Beyonce crew and Kim Kardashian crew don't, because I just feel like it's going to take away Beyonce's, I don't know, like her
status.
Her status.
And you never see Beyonce like hang out with anyone. She just does her thing. She works.
A mama now,
which is cool.
She got time for that crap. Well, we will see as this unfolds because the concert was supposed to be this Sunday.
She got time for that
crap. All right. Ooh, this is a good one, you guys. Okay, you guys know who Trey Songz is?
Yeah.
Okay, supposedly he slapped a Kardashian.
Which Kardashian?
All right, let me read. This is straight from MediaTakeout.com. Thank you, MediaTakeout.com. Okay, according to an extremely reliable MediaTakeout.com insider, Rob Kardashian, Scott Disick, and a reality show film crew were filming in the VIP section of London's Movida nightclub, and then Trey Songz and his entourage arrived. The insider explained Trey arrived with about 10 guys and they took over the VIP. But when Trey and company learned that there were video cameras recording just a few tables away, they put a stop to it. MediaTakeout.com's insiders continued. Trey went over and told them to get the F out. Rob thought Trey was joking, so he stood up and tried to talk. That's when Trey slapped him in the face hard. Ooh, so Rob got bitch slapped in the face in London.
You think?
I don't know. So what happened next? The insider tells Rob told everyone, "Let's go," and they all left. Ooh, wow.
Trey Songz seems like a backhand slapper. You know what I mean?
Face? I don't know. I don't know if I believe. You think
I don't know.
A Kardashian's gonna get slapped in the face and then be like,
a Kardashian? We're not talking about like the royals.
Some Kardashian mafia. It's like a bunch of them. Do you think a Kardashian's gonna get slapped in the face and be like, okay, just kidding, we're gonna go?
That's so funny. I don't know, but
like Scott would have flipped out.
Yeah,
Scott would have flipped out.
I
think maybe there was just like
Scott gonna do like in his
gonna do
smoking
nothing.
jacket.
Exactly.
And what's he gonna do?
He talks a lot of crap. I don't know.
In his house
Talk
slippers.
is the operative word.
Exactly.
That's, you know what I mean? All right. So another good piece of gossip. Okay. So Kanye, we all know that Kanye West lost his mom a few years back. She was having plastic surgery. Things went wrong. It was a very sad time for him. And apparently Kanye, the rumor is from gossipcop.com, that he expressed concerns to Kim's mom, Kris, that he wanted her to stop having plastic surgery because, you know, he was concerned that's how his mom died. Do we
Maybe
think
he should
that's
talk
true?
to Kim about that.
Do we think that's true?
It could be.
Yeah.
I don't know how close they are. I mean, we haven't really seen him yet, so we don't know what kind
he
of
was at the
relationship
baby
they
shower.
have.
We know that.
But I also think that, like, before he talks to Kris, maybe we should talk to Kim about getting plastic
What do you mean? Kim doesn't get anything done. She says
Ever.
she's all natural.
Kim is all natural.
I don't know.
Okay, I really can't wink. And then my last bit of gossip. We all know that Kim and Kanye, they were just in Cannes? I'm not sure. Cannes. They were in Cannes, France, for the film festival. And apparently, this is from PerezHilton.com, and we all know that his stuff is just like, you know, straight
So
on
legit.
point.
I don't know.
It is
Perez lost so
legit,
much
Perez.
weight. I don't know.
He looks good. He's got like an eight-pack.
I don't
Have
know
you
if he
seen his
looks
abs?
good.
No.
I think he looked good chubby. You know what I mean? I don't
He
think
looks a hell of a lot better than Perez. Come on here.
No,
Come
you
on,
know,
let
you
us see
remember
your
when
abs in
Carson
person.
Daly lost all that weight? I was like, ew.
He looks creepy.
I think Perez. I think he looked better with a little bit of meat on.
Like so bony.
Well, anyway, let me get to the gossip. So, apparently, you know, Kim Kardashian and Paris Hilton used to be BFFs, and then they had this big falling out.
And then Kim
over a
said her
guy.
ass looks like a
glad.
Yeah, but
Trash
apparently they are friends again. They made up, and Khan, and they were seen like, frolicking and being friendly and partying. So apparently they're friends again. So
who cares?
Paris Hilton's so annoying.
She's one person I just don't even want to give time to.
Paris Hilton is so annoying.
Well, but you know what? Like, when's the last time you saw anything about Paris Hilton?
Exactly. That's why
she failed reality show.
Exactly.
So, and then finally the last thing, whatever. Kim, on her flight on British Airlines from London back here, she claims that they stole some of her stuff.
Shut up.
I mean, what did they take? Your eyelashes, Kim, that you don't put on yourself?
Don't put on yourself.
What did they take, honey, that you can't go out and buy again and get for yourself? Well, that's it for news and gossip. And I want to remind you guys, this weekend, AfterBuzz TV is going to be broadcasting live from the MTV Movie Awards Style Lounge in Hollywood. Cool. We're going to be doing a lot of special shows, talking to celebrities, talking to lots of fun people who are going to be attending the awards. It should be a really, really fun 2 days. It's May 31st and June 1st. We're going to have a lot of best of shows. The Real Housewives of New Jersey is one of them. So you want to make sure you tune in because it's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to see a lot of people that you haven't seen before. You're going to get to see celebrities. You can still call in. You can still make comments. You can still do all the fun things that you normally do with us, but it's going to be live on Thursday and Friday. So be sure to check that out. So I guess we're done until next week, you guys.
Yeah,
right?
I think they have an episode tomorrow.
There's a double.
Yeah, we'll talk about it next week.
We'll talk about that next week. But otherwise, you guys up to anything? Tell everybody where you can be found. You doing anything special and fun?
I'm gonna go get some drinks after because it is Memorial Weekend.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get a glass of wine after.
I got some wine chilling. Adria?
I'm not going to be doing anything. I'm going to be going to bed. I'm tired.
Be a party pooper. She's still up from yesterday.
Yeah.
She hasn't gone to bed.
Pamela, who's always got guests in town visiting her.
Celebrating
she does.
Probably some sushi and some drinks. Follow me at Pamela Zapata.
Got it. And then for me, you're going to see me this coming weekend, Thursday and Friday at the MTV Video Awards. Yay!
Me and Diona will be doing Real Housewives.
Yes. We're going to be talking about the Real Housewives of New Jersey on Thursday. And then Friday, I'm going to be talking about America's Next Top Model. That'll be a lot of fun. And you can follow me on Twitter at GoToGirlTV. And are you doing anything fun, Brandon, Pamela, Elena?
Whatever Pamela's
back
doing.
To Boston.
Boston.
Back to Beantown.
Back to Boston.
All right. Well, guys, thanks so much for tuning in, and be sure to check us out next week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.